Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Let's learn with it. So friends, today we are going to discuss about PM2, that is the process manager for Node.js applications. So basically PM2 is used to manage the different APIs that we are creating by using the Node.js application. And here I am going to give a brief idea about the PM2. For more and detailed information, you can visit this link. This is the documentation of the PM2 where you can get the detailed informations. So first of all, what are the benefits that we are getting while using the PM2? So these are the benefits that we usually get when we use PM2 in case of the Node.js application. The first one is the process management. So PM2 makes it easy to start, restart, and manage the Node.js applications with simple commands. It supports the multiple processes, allowing you to run the several applications and instances concurrently by using the node clusters. And second one is the automatic restart. So PM2 automatically restart your application if it crashes or if it stops unexpectedly, and thus it improves the reliability of your services. Now third one is the load balancing. So PM2 can run the multiple instances of your application in the cluster mode, automatically load balancing request across the instances to improve the performance and resource utilization. Now next one is the zero downtime deployment. So by using the PM2, you can deploy the new versions of your applications without downtime. Now next one is the built-in monitoring. So PM2 provides the real-time monitoring of your application performance, including the CPU, memory usage, and built-in logs and monitoring dashboards. The next one is the log management. So PM2 handles the standard output and error logs of your application, making it easier to track the issues and monitor the activities. It also supports the log rotations and preventing the log files from becoming too large. The next one is the watch mode. So PM2 can watch your application files and automatically restart the application when the changes are detected, making it easier to develop and deploy the updates. The next one is the ecosystem's compatibility. So PM2 works well with the other tools in Node.js ecosystem such as the Docker, allowing for easy integration with the existing workflows and infrastructures. Environment management. So PM2 also helps in managing the different environments like development environment or production environment, and through PM2 we can also provide the different environment variables. For example, port number we can provide, or different other environment variables, whatever are needed we can provide through PM2. So no need to commit these codes, environment variable related codes, into the our Git repository. We can pass it through this one. So these are the benefits of the PM2. Now how can we install the PM2? So to install the PM2 we need to run one command, that is if we are having npm, then we can use the command like npm install PM2, and it should be installed at the global mode. So PM2 install -j. So when we will trigger this command, it will download the PM2 from the package manager and it will install. Once it is installed, then we can go to our user directory, and under user directory we will get one folder like .pm2. Under .pm2 we will find these folders. So one is the log folder. Under log folder we will find all the logs that are being created with respect to whatever the Node.js applications are being managed through PM2. So all those log files will be created here, and these are the center files. So now let's move on. So let's go through a few commands that I want to show you, that will give you some idea how to use PM2. Okay, for detailed information, as I have mentioned, you can go through the PM2 documentation. So to demonstrate these things, I am already having two applications. One application is YouTube Code 2, and this application I am mentioning it as a test 2, and another application is this one, that is the YouTube code. So this one will be our test 1. Okay, and if you see here, we are getting the environment port from process file, that is the environment, and if environment is not able to provide the port, then we are using 3001 for test1, and for this one we are using test 3002 if environment is not able to provide the port. Now let's do all these things. So first I'm cleaning it. So if PM2 is successfully installed, then you can access it anywhere. Okay, so first I have noted down few commands to showcase you, so let's go through these commands. So first one, we understood what is PM2, what is the benefits of the PM2, how we can install it into the node. So we have understood these things. Now let's start PM2 by using through our let's use PM2 to start this application, and I am naming this application as test1. So what what command we are using? PM2 start, and this is the path of my app.js, and then here I am giving the application one name to this application, and this name is test1. So now let's run it. So here you can see I am not passing any port number through environment variable. So if I am doing it, let's run it, and here, so it will take few seconds to run your command. Okay, so this command has been successfully completed. Now let's see what is the next command. So PM2 list, so it will show the list of all the applications that is running into the PM2. For example, if I'm running PM2 list, then it will give me the list of all the commands. So if you see currently I'm running test1, so it is giving me this list, and as we have not passed any port, so it will run 3001. So let's see what is coming on the 3001. Friends, so if I'm running this test1, then I'm getting hello world from test1. So till here our command is running. Now let's see the logs of test1, so that also we can see how to see the logs. So for that we can just write PM2 what was that command? PM2 log test1, PM2 logs, and then this application name test1. Okay, so it is giving me the logs. All these logs are coming that this application is running on 3001. To come out of this, we will have to just press Ctrl C. Now let's clear the screen, and let's come back to our list. Here we can use this PM2 monitor to monitor our current application status. Also it will give the detailed idea about CPU and all other things. For example, PM2 monitor, if we are using it, so you can see here it is giving all the details that test1 is running, and it's taking memory is equal to 46 MB, CPU is equal to 0% online, and it is giving all the details like heap size, heap uses, all these details it is giving. So we can get all these informations, and if we want to move out of this window, we will have to press Ctrl C. So let's press Ctrl C. So we have moved out of here. Next one, how we can stop test2. So to stop it, we can use PM2. First let's see the list, PM2 list. So if we are seeing the list here, we are able to see that status is equal to online. Now let's stop it. PM2 stop test1. So here now you can see the status is equal to stopped. So this has been stopped, and now if we will try to run it, it will not run. So you can see it is not running. Now let's go to the another. Now let's see how we can pass the port numbers. Okay, right now we were not passing the port number through environment variable, and that's why it was taking the constant port number as a 3001. Now we will pass the port number as an environment variable, and then it will take this port number. Let's see how it will happen. Okay, so for this what we have to do, we have to first set this port number as an environment variable. So let's do this, and I have set it, and now let's run this command. Okay, I have run this command. Okay, the script is already launched. Let's PM2 kill all. So it it will be PM2 kill. So it will kill all the running process abruptly. And if we see here PM2 list, we should not get any application running here. Yeah, all applications are down. And now if we are running this one, so now it should run. Okay, now let's see its logs. So now if you see it is running on the logs on the port number 3005. So now if we will try to run it here, it will not run on the port 3001. We will have to run it on the port 3005. Okay, so this is running on the port 3005. Similarly we can run another application. Okay, now let's run the second application. So to run the second application, let's come out of the logs here. I'm coming out. Let's unset the port number, that is set port. To unset the port number, we will have to use this one, this command. Let's clear it out and let's run again another one. So for this one, our file is in this folder, and let's give its name as a test2. And before this it's better to set the port. So set port is equal to 3006, and now after that I will run that command. So this is my test2, and folder is also getting changed, this one. Now let's run this. Okay, so now my two applications are running, test1, test2. These two are two separate applications. These are online mode, and the second one I am running on the port 3006. So let's run it on the Chrome. This is Chrome, this is 3006, and if you see here, it is giving this message. And if we come to the A's, here we will get the test1. So these two tests are running. Now we can stop, if we want to stop all these two processes, then we can write the command like PM2 stop all. So it will stop all the processes here. So here we can see the status is equal to stopped, and if we want to delete, then to gracefully delete we should use the delete command, PM2 delete all. So it will delete. And if we want to stop any running any background daemon process, if we want to stop all those things, then we can use the command PM2 kill. Then it will stop abruptly everything. Okay, now what we can do that so let's go to our command page. So here till 9th command we have understood. Okay, so now we have seen that if we want to pass the port number, then we have to pass it like this, and if we want to pass the name, we will have to pass this. And suppose if we want to pass 3-4 environment variables, then we will have to all pass it here, and thus it will increase the command size. So to get rid of this problem, we can use the ecosystem. So ecosystem here, it creates one file, ecosystem.config.js, and in that file we will write all our configs, and then it will execute. So this let's directly go to the application. Here this is my one application, and if I'm coming here, let's clean this CLS. Okay, this is test2. Let's come to our test1. This is our test1. Expand the terminal window, clear it, and then PM2. Right now if you see here, there is no such file named as ecosystem.config.js. so let's create this. To create this file, there is a command PM2 ecosystem. If we will write this, it will create one file named as PM2 ecosystem.js. if we open this file, we will get all these built-in features, all these built-in commands. So these are basically the production related configurations. So here we can provide the SSH username, SSH hostname. So these things, if we are doing production related config, we can apply this. But for now, we are considering mainly the development mode. So for that, we will write here. So if you see here, script is equal to index.js watch. So we will basically do the changes here. So I have already written a few lines, so let's take that. So here we will take just this one. Okay, so here we are coming back to this place and replacing this one. And right now we don't want these service workers, so I am removing it to get rid of few warnings. And test one, and here if you see, test one is running on the port. I have provided the port is equal to 3005. Control S, and then let's expand it, clean it. And how to start this? So to start it, we need to write the command like PM2 start ecosystem.config.js. so it will start and it will give you the list of the process that it has started. So it has given you this process. Now let's see whether our 3005 is running or not. Okay, this is 3006. Let's go to A's here. Okay, it is running. Now let's come here. It should not be running. Yeah, it's not running. So let's start it also. So here also I am creating one config, one ecosystem config, PM2 ecosystem. Okay, so it has created this ecosystem, and here under app I am replacing the things. It is test2, it is 3006. I am removing these things to get rid of unnecessary warnings. Control S, and then I am expanding it, CLS, and then PM2 start ecosystem.config.js. so it will start test2 also, and in the list it will give the list of both the processes, that is test1 and test2. So here we are seeing that test1 and test2 both are running, status is online. Now let's see test1, it is test2, it is running or not. So test2 is running, and test1, this is also running. Now here if we want to stop all these things, so we can write here command like PM2 stop ecosystem.config.js. so it should stop the test2. So if you see here, it has stopped the test2. Now to stop the test1, I can go into the test1 code. Here this is the test1 code. No, this is the test2 code. Let's go to the test1 code. This is test1 code, and here I can write PM2 stop ecosystem.config.js. so here all these are stopped. Suppose we want to delete both, then simply we can write PM2 delete all are deleted. And to kill any background processes, we can write PM2 kill. So everything is stopped, everything is completely stopped. Now so here we saw that we are having two different node applications, and to run those two different node applications through PM2, we are creating two separate environment ecosystem.config.js file. So consider if you are having suppose you are working on microservices, and suppose that microservices is having 20 Node.js applications. So in that case, managing those 20 ecosystem.config.js files separately will be difficult work. So to solve this, we can create one single ecosystem config.js file, and in that single ecosystem.config.js file we can manage all these different Node.js applications. And it's not mandatory to keep that ecosystem.config.js file in that particular application. It's not necessary, we can keep it anywhere, and we will while running it, while giving the configurations, we can give the path of its corresponding app.js file. So how can it be done? So for this I have already created one file. I have already created one file here. If you see, just a second, yeah, here if you see, I have already created, and under this one, if you see under apps, there are two entries. So first entry is for test1 and second entry is for test2. Under test1 you can define here multiple options. Here I have given few options. If you will go through the documentation, you will get a lot of options. So here name is the name of the applications. A script, here I am giving the path of my app.js of test1. Instances, so how many instances will be created for this particular Node.js application? So 2 instances will be created, and memory it will require maximum is equal to 300 MB. If it is going beyond 300 MB, then it will stop, it will give some warning message. Output file, so here I am giving the path, it will create any output file here. If any error is happening, it will create errors here. And merge logs to date format, so in logs it will give the date format in this format. Log type will be JSON, it will give the log data in the JSON format. Watch is equal to true. What watch do? So watch will watch all the files in your application, and if any changes is happening in that application in any of the file, then it will restart your applications. Ignore watch, under ignore watch you can give the list of files or folders that you don't want to watch, and here under this I am passing the environment variables. So here you can pass any number of the environment variables. Same configurations I have given here. Here I have not given the log files. Let's give the log files also here. Control C. If I am coming here, giving the log files, and let's change the name. It is test2. This is test2. Control S. To start ecosystem.config.js. So here it is starting two applications, and for first application, if you remember, we are starting in the cluster mode, and for first application we have created two instances. So here if you see, for test1 there are two instances, 0 and 2, and for test2 this is one instance. So status is a stop. It will take some time to start. Let's check the status again. PM2 list. So now it is online. Now let's check it again. So if I'm checking here, yes, it is running. Now let's check another one. So this is also running. So this is all that I'm having about PM2 to discuss here. There is a lot more that we can do with the PM2, and to get the complete idea about the PM2, our viewers should go through this documentation. It's here things are written very clearly and very crisp manner, so it's very easy to understand here. So that's all for today.